if you know what some of us went through, you wouldn't sit here and talk this way.
And if you knew what Kwame Nkrumah's family went through,
so the same thing, so the same thing should be done.
That is why we don't need to experience it. Please. But the people will be carefully told, perfectly dramatized. What am I saying?
You sit here and you proclaim as if nothing like that happened, but people are concocting stories. Kwame, then Papa, your deputy managing director, a Cocoa board, in charge of finance. Now you was CMB apartments near what Dome. The executive flats near 1 to 10. We are at number 3. My brother could lock a gate, even though we had this and there. But every time my father will make sure that you check the gates are locked, the doors are locked, everything. All piano now who so geniwo gate nature. That time na ku naba. Sorry, say no Johnny be share them. Or drink so good. There's care alone. My brother Penny, there's care alone. They were the first people that were sacked by Rawlings in 1979 when the coup d'etat came. Why? Because or say omutina ho and enjoy air condition. In a farmers cocoa, a good field no so na air pro because the roads were bad. When the people were being lashed at the market, markets were being broken, say rats near there, say even some of them share earrings. We're seeing this live on TV. Yeah, stripping microphone naked. Yeah, sure. Now we be on 9 now what now we say high. That is how the high came. You open your legs, a woman with private parts. Now we're looking at it on TV when things were going on. What are you talking about?
Wouldn't GBC have heard it?
Why do you think GBC was bent? Why do you think GBC was bent?
GBC in the copy.
Gentlemen,
GBC in the copy.
Gentlemen,
how can you see what happened there? And those excesses, we have always admitted to it. What we are talking about is a high kania. That was the only point of your first departure.
Okay.
Excesses, everybody said it.
But when you
maybe
nobody should talk.
What we done on TV and we say GBC here.
But did you listen to what I was saying? My brother ran from the gate into the room. My father had to flee this country for some time because of his dear life. You know the number of people, the benefits in Puwe because of all these excesses. And you sit here and you think it's okay for us to justify it and say that, don't let us remember some of us here and pains are go through. The cries we had to go through just because of the 1979 coup and compared to the 83. Please.
81, not 83.
81. 83 na come no buy no. 81. Please, let us not. And yes, it's a mara. And yes, it's a mara. Please. That time maybe so you didn't know what went on. Ask your mother why till now she still doesn't, even though you are a big member in the NDC, she still doesn't want to support NDC. Some of the things they saw, why you can't even talk about it.
Mama conversation here.
I'll give you one example. And that is the reason why. That is the reason why my papa fee Ghana or call outside a bit. He stayed in UK for a very long time. Now on pay UK as it. He said he was tired. He wanted to serve his country. Obey Juma. Yefi Domi in a year call Mami Juma wa Aquinas Secondary School. She was a teacher.
Before call Wesley Girls.
Yeah, before call Ofia Aquinas no call Ebenezer Secondary School. She went to move Ebenezer from Mamprobi to the new site. That was when they pulled her to Wesley Girls. Now, when Achimota, the new road now says you are from Achimota overpass no to Mr. Achimota roundabout from Domi into Ufi Achimota through Hona 37. Into Yako before Yebekono, and now Mommy catch up Poppy say, Unim or Felice and non got in front. Not I didn't non got in front. Into on any argument for about 5 minutes, we didn't move the car. Now a Peugeot 504 new ones maybe. And reluctantly no cotton ho. Yet do getting to 37 no. And we are stopped by soldiers. And I say who is in here there, blah blah blah. Say you know say you are very lucky. We thought you had one of those people who sit behind the cars and they think they are the bosses, so everything is for them. Ti yako inim kakra no offer bright. You know what, turn the car, let's go home. Sanam papa kan ye do fear no parking no fee Ghana. Or say listen, me jamu kakra, I have to go and cool off because what is going on now one sha nyina ye ho beche okwa in the 1 week no man now say ya sack your nyina from a cocoa board. They sacked all of them to go home. We had to move out of their place like a friend saying nobody's obia shefo obia. What people went through, no. Please don't let some of us remind us of our pain. Mr. Wara.
I'm moving on now, and I'm leaving it here. Interestingly, Anope, na me pese yeshe Bank of Ghana. But
so if there were some of these things, Kwame will be.
Ako achaya adabeti if Bank of Ghana ababi pay excesses kania high, but meaning say
lost their money.
Aba nipa bebeso. Prof,
nobody's disputing that.
Prof, I mean, me continue our conversation in biome. Eja okoka na eya say bia wo interesting tin aka, but ya yenim ebeja ne sa akosi ensida nti ebeja za. Prof, meaning say san komo ya meni akostart here or the atwimi akoba bi or the twimi koi. Bank of Ghana. Back to that conversation. Sikan 34 billion, 15.6, 44 billion. Dia, and how come say Sankomo, you say our IMF program so? Moshimo, say.
Kwame, and run a Mother's Day,
and I
for Konya me share Mammy or woman.
Hey, my old Indy,
Mammy Grace Upper Quabbing.
Mammy Grace.
Upper
Quabbing.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Mammy Grace.
Call the name to Sefa.
What you say?
Or call is 84.
Oh, amen.
The same with him.
Nyame aduma mi so August 85.
Oh. Na the biological.
I know same bracket.
Oh, my is 85.
Mami bi so me serve kwa wa boa me pa brabo mi so e fena Agnes Asiedu.
Yeah.
Ono so tia a man happy Mother's Day chairman.
Madam Agnes Asiedu.
Kwa me there asi hoyi. Obisa Kogan, a very simple question. Yeah, press conference. Na dentina okoye. And I be you be away.
What bonnet ties?
Why should I be
na kwa be school for a show, college show. Question I said. Omo answer us anko year. Results about say teacher na this results on mama. On pass there on one
yes, you onya F4 say teacher na the mami. Onya e osiminya e.
I call there no one that be draw. It's ever to us if you are near the Kwame, Bank of Ghana allows sir abai na umi di hunkomo.
Yes.
Na I say your institute, your research kakra ba na your share report no nyina nwie. Yewie na your day press statement ebe tuja. And ye bisa question is IMF complicit in Bank of Ghana massive 2025 losses? Yeah, be tuja. Now ye bisa question if a reporter ebe tuja him. Now anytime be a report be tuja no, I will say Ushemu and son of Wakasa. Is cool away say be research publications and now will be the results be tuja. Obana say ye di hon kuma kwa menya sankito
ja
in 24 pa ni as triple naked when you high na kan
but intellectually
discussions proper discussions it is a ye ban ye can report betoja na kan ho asa I am ye mfa politics en fan kan ho because ye say unhu sania ekoye na obisa institute ya yes a tintan group ya boama ka imam nka bia ban so ekoyi na ye for the entire report no na ye find the discussions
okay
eko say I say governor of first year all the reports of your performance edituja in the tojo year I will say enya ho kwan na ye bobo mu kakra na obesha report na I can't send me brave.
Okay.
Anytime you share deal Kwame, na the financial statement to her, saying results are a colano co school, and a Jumana I do be no the performance when ya. They also discuss it now who senior. Now we discuss our reports and I also share a nyoma beye and naiwo.
Okay.
You share a highlight of the report by. Oh yeah, no asan kohe near governor no. In summer na oka a reshimu ni policies we are not there ye. I am a resource ya tuja. Oh yeah, no kohe auditors. Almost on some more kafa report no. Oh yeah, no asan kohe director's statement. Almost kafa report no.
Okay.
And sacra no be figures no. Oh share nyoma me na ya e ma oti ase yi. Na yenhwe ne dikan governor na ne wo asyo ho no ne nsem a odi tutu dwa ansa na report you abeto dwa.
Thank you.
Na o de start sa ho na o share report na entire report ni nyina meka say asyo ho no they are suffering from policy communication. The BOG is suffering from policy communication.
Ne kwa no ne den.
Sir, policy, say no can name policy in some statements. Your problem kakra. Me cheche mo pa. Na ena dia edikan. Na answer report we beto jana. Kwa be kai say IMF for make up policy communication.
Communication, yes.
IMF for edibe to jaba FX. I mo ka say Central Bank engine footprint in fee marketing. Before that, na governor said no, yenye interventions via. IMF force more than 1.4 in a good system.
$1.4 billion.
Simunyi munsa in fee market footprint. Ko check it. Odinaya said there be yes sanity. It took IMF. Before that, near Becca was him. Near Tosum, you know. Almost I can say I'm a fool ya. Ebe can say Central Bank sabi ni sika old jana odino ne interventions no. Akosododo. The second one that was in October. I mean somewhere October.
Yeah.
Central Bank catch say interbank market no are dry up. Into the dollars in a ship. The fourth review of IMF report said there be and not just an incident, a systemic idea moye. Timonjaya. Mama say me know about policy. There toso miensa obeka reserves. Na ya koye nim in terms of our reserves, gold. About almost 38 or so tons. Yeah. Ilmana Central Bank said yen ton half. San say yen yadodo. Ye share you see a been be crew been be on mind be omo de no between 20 to 30. Inti yen ton them rafom. Nani new set ton ye ton no. Na beti a car Bank of Ghana boy na so. 9.5 billion. Ye ton sa gold no. Ye better policy communication. Reason or the mind say ya for formal ben ye no almost gold no ye there was through chain. They were hoping around 20 to 30. Tien read this. It's kind of a share balance sheet.
And question IMF the mayor tongue.
The BOG governor say a Dawson. Tell see reduce.
Later it is say IMF so can say a Dawson intina of can say entiso.
Not my instructions say entiso.
But almost suggest here.
They didn't suggest.
Okay.
And another idea. The other thing I hear loss denier. Make up policy
communication, yeah.
The loss denier. Obesha 2025 no more. You're a governor and say 2025 you're turning the corner. Just say we're making profits. According
to we're in loss of 34.9.
Yeah, losses. Good. Idea here a serious issue in the same report. What TV a friend of policy solvency.
And we are then.
So I say we met to James solvency, solvency. What's a policy solvency? in the same report. Solvency crown. You use policy in feel. Near for solvency. If I'm told, you'll be a friend of liquidity and a solvency. So, Kwame person who say, and the money year. So, they make 2 cedis. No, about who say, Mammy from 2 cedis in Mamia. So, call bank account and now show bottom I also the 2 cedis in Mammy. I won't call Cotton Japadi.
Okay.
And it's all team Mammy, 3 cedis, I just saw more than near me a car me do into your liquid. In the short term, assembly account. You feel short term, they call long term, and they can solvency.
Okay.
If you are 2 cedis also the mammy no. O show bottom, when you 1 cedi, when you're liquid no. And the catcher him say, oh, Prof, my main cotton me die me warm a japadine na me tias akan. Me san cotton ma japadine as if you na me one. Minya 1.5. I just me do 50 pesos still. Just when you're solvent in the long term. The Bank of Ghana in their report said policy solvency. I just say a buy ye or more several run your monetary policies. That's not true. But in the same report, no, what's our catches so here buying so very capitalizer for 7 years and so it's my solvent. The policy solvency, no. Then TSC, no. HSN. So make us say they are struggling with policy communication.
Talking about policy communication, sa ekaya ye suhu ye hu dede ya ye nim mo economics ne mo finance no na ne be bisa ne say nya ntie se eye eka ne hu hiase ye boka no so that economy be stable. Utie ni pale be to stabilize the economy and as aka na buy. Intime me hwe ne se sebio sika bia yera ana cabinet abo but your boy is son say na our say economy ni gina de na so also say
Kwame smart to be o ka say your boy can too for hon say ya na your boy can today Kwame o man yan hwe ni na BOG me bon pie someone fast your ho enquire politics who say BOG na independent body
supposed to be
your best stress say my fanye econo enquire normal politics.
Okay.
Official communication by me who was no crowd for ye di hun komo time their political parties. It shouldn't be. Na question will be sami. Kwame, you say ye boka the cost of maintaining economic stability. Ente me boss akaya. Eno na asma ye di okrum.
Ampa.
Enti we be say stability day.
To be done in also. A chess on mine in extreme economic situations. To say inflation, Kwame, and go up and down. Or exchange rates and go up and down. Or losses and go up and down. Or reserves and go up and down. And you can say, we be 2 years. You bet me a giant now. Come situation woman no stability no. Your boka say you stabilize the economy. Now a buy also to draw a line. No visa say from 2022 basi no. Or minor near indicators say they check your financial health or not a costing. And no command I was didn't come as I talk that stability. Share your losses say 2022. Kwame, now about 60 billion. 60
highest.
billion.
Yeah, highest far.
At the same Bank of Ghana, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And about 2023, you're about 10 billion.
60 to 10. Okay.
And about 2024, you're about saying, you're about 9.
24 was 9 point BB.
Yeah.
9.4 CBB.
9.5 or 9.4.
Okay, anyway, you're correct.
At the same time.
Yeah. 9.57.
Good. I just said, Kwame, see about 4. So, because economic stability, make where we have major swings. Never form. Losses are so young and kasa. Let's see. And they say, you're done here, they are called to 15. Akosro.
Yes.
Good. The economic stability I can make a The inflation, I was saying, that was so par 2020.
They started from 50 something and I buy be do by 23. Yeah.
And I buy down 23. And it's how we do.
To see or 3 point something.
3 point. For 2025.
2025 and 5 point
3 points.
Okay.
Just a buffer. Make stability I can the cost. Now for growth. Growth 2023. 22 now about 3.8. And now your cost the growth no. We've seen Akosro. Share the international reserves. Kwame Akosro.
Yes.
Enti your boka see maintain economic stability no. Eno ni ana. And I'm saying besides say draw the figures and there indicators draw line. Ube home map on the say any major jumps say a cost na form a cost na form. You can see a straight line. Now obisa say your boka to maintain the economic stability. Question is could you have also achieved the same microeconomic stability at a lower cost?
What is the answer?
Yes.
How?
We could have. Kwame, good. So question say a car a mini can see our expenditure no. A year omo operations. You can say open market operations. A chese say sika kodin krofo ho bebrea. O kokojia untimi come fie enkoji sika no. And now I call banks. Central bank no be call bank ni instrument or the sika fee nkrofo ho no. Intebia no cotton treasury bill short term instrument. No akoji sika afie mo. Onu me car your boy afinimu. Your boy car in attempt of doing this. A boy 16 billion. See a koji sika free and crank inflation about down. A car de bray 16 billion. Now total sika jifin microphone 93 billion. Ya G 93 billion and your boy car was 16 billion.
16 billion.
The question is a quite beautiful Ben and kibiti me I first wa sa kai boy ma ye call 15 billion as what bank no a quite bebre but quite friend no cash reserve ratio or Bank of Ghana sound or quite friend standing deposit facility and no say oh a quite back ye FX sales and no say oh you will quite pay a num I do so pa ubetimi agisika fin crofo ya ho a onsa mo cowboy. The other thing ubetimi ayen is cash reserve ratio no e den
meaning just what you
e chense Kwame bank ni sika e wo no ayom diska to central bank a percentage of deposit omo gifin crofo ho on the bikoto
yeah
intika ye ben say add a percentage yeah, the Jesus can go to central bank no, and no a free money.
Okay.
I buy in Chevy Biao the cash reserve ratio. Oh moka. It is 93 billion. Koji boka 16 billion. So that option yet me you so ya. A zero cost or zero cost of serialization or no. It doesn't attract any funds, a cost. So we could have reduced that amount. But we chose the expensive one.
The expensive one. But at the end of the day, I can say you choose the expensive one or say you choose the cheaper one. We've achieved it. I don't know why.
No crop 15 billion.
But you see about 15 billion a canon. Dollar above form. Inflation above form. And it comes back to your question. How about that?
Okay, Mama, another option said you could have achieved the same thing at a lower cost. And obviously, say Kwame,
and watch it,
and watch him. And so, Ofo says, "Our Kwame, our Bejisika, I think for now we book 16 billion.
Yeah.
Ne Kwame for a while, we to first to achieve the same thing. I don't know you so. You chose the expensive way, and the HL say there's nothing wrong pure jiboka Kwame Kenya problem.
Okay.
The money problem a choir a far so as I can a big go. And only problem I can was.
Okay.
And only problem. And they say, oh, what's our choir? Why achieve a reduction in your inflation? Exchange rate. Cost burn a buyer, it may achieve away. A cost to nation, huge sums of money.
Okay.
Now, a buy a central bank and a can be say, or a solvent. Or a solvent. Just say, a car obet me jina no. Kwame Japadia wo nyina total assets nyina no. O mine no anase ministry anase Bank of Ghana no. Na 237 billion the total asset. Now ti account boy nyina 333 billion. Uti for benya negative.
Okay.
And just say ye turn your one nyina say the kutia kakra no besan deka 93 billion. Then it says ubit my solvent. That's the question. Ube solvent aji yaso wasene for a 7-year plan for recapitalization. Uhia abane mo so be so wasene. Say ye can sign your money CNA a MOU pay and on a buy we sign somewhere January 2025, 26. Sikane mai. Na ade na had dream pie in their report. Sebi a sector oboka. We recorded a negative. Now equity a negative. Check personnel cost. It takes about 44% of the entire expenses in their P&L. Now, say, within a period, which me recruit to almost 300 and something staff. So yeah, one who say a kaum because governor nebano. The first press statement that governor ne and they say, obedane the negative equity or one. No dane the negative losses on me. The losses no obedane no. That was a clear mandate from the governor. But you go into a sector, your first report, 44% of personnel cost, and 100%, 44%. What increase staff cost? And for how long can we observe this?
Sustainability.
They call IMF say, you're requesting me to IMF. Now, you're trying to let their call. You be say IMF for oversight and accountability. Are you all? Now, you be say IMF. She say, I know more. Would they supervise and encourage some of these losses? To what extent? And no better encourage these losses. Injection of forex. You can want some and cover beer. Your gold reserve sold to reduce part of the losses. Do we say you better not say? Wash away Amanakos. This is the first year. It is a policy who struggle communicating your policy. Then it's a problem. Kwame, how did it see?
Prof, very interesting. I go down sisters with you. Where they made me a small for. And I'm sure say we need New York.
Kaja say menye so.
Sister Francisca.
Me say menye so.
Wow, sister.
Menye so.
Now, Prof, when you say Akogan, the big sister MPP ni strong MPP ni pa.
No, so no, I'm crying.
Exactly.
Or
mother side
or running for Greater Accra Regional Treasurer.
Oh, I see.
My mama said 90%.
Francisca.
Anyoko.
Was this Anyoko?
What I say? Namiadum. By the end of the 4 years, my mama side 60% will be NDC.
I call Bank of Ghana losses.
60%. First, 99%.
Someone can watch us here.
99%. But it's 90%.
Promise I'm more here now.
Anyoko, only say by the end of 4 years now, we're reducing from 99 to 60%.
What's the Ayako say?
Indeed.
Governor statement or so take you but say no. I'll reverse the
all
negative
the
losses.
Yes.
I mean,
and Prof, and that is what I'm coming to address. Prof, I'm coming to address that.
And the
Because
same
of
thing,
your presentation.
the same thing.
Don't worry. Prof,
the first time I who said governor said we departed from a normal practice accounting standard. Or use a different standard. NTB, I check.
Normal accounting standard, and you know the governor Bank of Ghana.
Also, it was standard that they a report. Report to be a yes in
accounting.
The normal practice of be a issue. So per se, modifier. To a large extent, maybe sometimes you may be allowed to, but you cannot claim to be compliance. At the same time, you deviate from. They also comply with. And to assume
legally,
because we're legally, maybe Kwame.
Yeah.
What's in my report? You cannot use the same financial statement. It cannot be used for another purposes. And your person say, "Oh, you so Ghana there now." It will then allow you to make modification to your accounting standard. Our person use, but how do you also claim say who is international standard? Because FS accounting, which says so aboka almost 29 billion, and no other comprehensive income. Near constitute 29 billion, and move 5.4. Where you the abeshe say waboka. What 23 FIO. Total a cowboy at 23 billion. What's it there be? Because who departing who kakrafio 5.4 at the abeshe PNL. No wager Kesiano. And they said the other your balance sheet, your equity. We understand. We be say pay we are yanko. And it can say you sukra niente ase. But non kofa ne meboa no. Na ne mboa no. Wojade ato.
Prof, if you one more point of view, I can't Bank of Ghana abono say is it 34.9? Is it 44? Is it 15.6?
Estimate our census to 44.
Momo estimate here 44.
Oh, the enfa near say one off transaction some year gold, the sale of gold.
Yeah.
Yefan say on fan count. So at all operations away.
Yeah.
Near call other comprehensive income. Yeah, the money said the Becahua. A cut to that figure. Okay. So figure they say 15 billion. Close to 44 billion.
Close to 44 billion. Right, maybe take your thumbs in number by Akogan. So, but this one says, Chairman General, you can't put all your eggs in one basket. Akogan, NDC, Francisca, MPP, nice way to go. Settle me when in power, wise decision, and all should learn. Dr. Aaron Du of UPSA. Moving on. Oseteria in South Africa says, Bank of Ghana, NDC Gold Board. The NDC and Gold Board should watch out for 2028 NPP. And then some of us learn from Professor Bwedi on finance and economics. Tell Akogan, okay, I leave it there, Sipoku. Take it easy. Fantastic Wilberforce says from Sefia Sarinson. The same people who supervise 60.8 billion loss are today giving us lectures on how to manage the Bank of Ghana. Very interesting, fantastic Wilberforce. With the accounting standard used by the Bank of Ghana, we can compare 2024 accounts to 2025 accounts unless we prepare the 2024 accounts again using the method used by BOG in 25. And then, okay, I leave it there. Kojo Thompson, any comments?
Kwame.
Yeah.
Under normal circumstances, Professor Kasaria, and he said, we can't.
Open your nice answer.
But, Prof, say, or ye charitable kakra when you mappy home because he doesn't want people to see, say, picture na governor na be painted chair, and yen na ye can obi an tree it to in sinuso. Obi an can say governor, kokandia wobe to me aye. Or no microphone or Gina host that is or ranting no ranting say politician and now ranting say incoming governor. We did deputy governor that. Na answer na mekoso no mpecho ba memfa medium inchia microphone na all the delegates in MPP and na started polling station elections no. Until I wish all of them the best of luck. And mefa we so the chia me papa Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and in a year Samira. I wish them the best of luck and whatever they are doing. Michia MPP phone na michia me Nancy Thompson. And now Mother's Day to say Mosi Prof can I wish you on in sister Penny Patience King. Last week I know did a birthday 88 years. Until Yamisha Omunina na mom quantity na yent me celebrating 100 with them. I mean,
amen.
Michia mame.
Amen. Mama Safa.
The grey hair na dey me fair off.
Brutal.
All life rough. Na e kakra the name different colors kakra. No mame ba we nkwa mame da. No obedient say young girl be sit down. Yeah. So she is a lovely woman. We enjoy her at East Legon. Kwame.
Yes sir.
Time ye de BOG governor na ba no. Mahama and Kanchene say
President Mahama, sorry. President Mahama and Kanchene say what I expect you to say, and I can certain words. On one or J microphone or starts already the acceptance speech as governor of Bank of Ghana. They are Okaya are very instrumental, and I keep on repeating that almost every morning, Ms. Oria. Today.
Say he is going to transform all the negativity at ACW Bank of Ghana no, into positivity as soon as he takes office. Or say oba obetine gwanuma. Sa losses ni ade aye hu wo Bank of Ghana ye hu bi da no. Obedane no. Aye profit. Na Mr. Bisa say then losses no kan. 2022 obia ni mo Ghana ha said there was a serious crisis global. Into a part of the DDP no almost far over 50% cut for Bank of Ghana near there no. They needed to also clean their books as part of the friends and IMF. I think it was it World Bank or IMF?
IMF.
No catch on and say, listen, you have certain instruments in the bank at that over 20-30 years. Which show books as credits and our profits and our wisika. Meanwhile, you say those instruments are dead. It is our instruments near day in cleaning in our infimo books no more. So that we start on a clean slate. Say this is how we expect the bank to go. Yakupon Adom omuti footwo no. And now cleaning on books in a loss of 60 billion. At that time the equity of the bank was negative 55 billion.
Yeah, in bank and the equity of the bank then.
Say Prof Chair earlier on say your assets less your liabilities. Into
some moka banking brofu. Moka banking the finance brofu. Yes, so a person will breaking down here here.
To Makola English.
At the end of the day, no needing common. We have a larger audience. So we here. So I didn't feel some financial education. Minim name mejai.
You bet for so because
no financial education. Minim name mejai.
Oja padia wo nyina ane. Usika wuboto.
Yes.
Your bank. Ukana fefefe.
Bibia.
You can nyina buma. Uni person jina honi. Eye 5 cities.
Okay.
And your asset no.
And then what asset? Good.
Yanko nkrofo a sebe osoro ma ona.
Medium moka.
liabilities.
Okay.
Till can now boma. Libya na was say wo waja pade na wo no. Was say bo a car. Ode so. Just say equity no. A cost positive.
Okay.
Say near car wo de nyina
no. Bro waja pade so
negative.
Now equity na ba negative.
It's in a Bank of Ghana there. Just say omo nyomo mo nyina mo asset nyina kaboma. Na ye 227 billion.
Okay.
37. In the car, na 333 or so.
Into negative equity.
Negative 96. There's a V bar. I'm to mean
Yako school kakra no pay.
Yeah.
Yako school kakra no pay. Could you to answer?
What I say? Into Kwame.
Ono mo aje say.
Say oped the broken a. I could arrange the YGT and
there is no Kwame to the baby.
YGT, my government spokesperson and Pukas. I was a Baba Chedia or
exactly.
And getting back to my point.
Yeah, me too.
Into AS, I know na call 2023. What share losses are it came down drastically to 13.22 billion.
From an initial figure of
60.1.
16 from 60 no
60.
60.
Yeah, 60.
And about 13. As an echo 9.49.
That they were on the right trajectory. Almost ye ejumani, almost yes nyama. Nyama ekoye, and that is why you realize we share the way and not inflation has skyrocketed to 54 near the end na eba form gradually because we are putting measures in place. IMF mpo by be choice say Ghana mosi na ye dwen say mo be ye no, in fact mo ye mpo sense and everything. We share 2024 yen PNL equal 9.49 billion into a movie from 60 to 13 to 9.49. Into if you go on the same tracker, at least if you 9.4 mpo embra 7 and embra 6. What do you mean? 5 mpo. Now gradually no you drop it, you losses.
So I call 16.
Says here a true ako near 15 mpo. A true at 34. A prof mpo says here
44.
44 billion. Then you understand I'm being.
But baby so say ne crack run say.
The crack run say we could share equity positions says here our Bank of Ghana. A read from 61 billion in 2024 to 96 billion negative. And you ask yourself, say, what are some of the issues are? Almost say, oh, na ya economy, na ya the inflation abandon down. Obi the inflation from 54%. When you say 31 percentage points, they are back down to 23%. At a cost.
Who took us to 54?
Is it your turn?
Sorry.
Thank you. At a cost of 8 billion Ghana cedis, within a matter of within 1 year, from 54 to 23. Obia oba no say, oh me ade me be ye ni yempo sensa. Na mo 54 mpo 23 amoedu no, ama be je sum no. Metumi aye ni at a cheaper cost. Or moving by 18 percentage points. 18 from 23 to 5%. Or you say 16 plus billion. Double the amount you say. So you ask, Aden, what is wrong? Then Bonnie in a Ghana fire. We are sweeping the economy. Sweeping the economy to make sure say
is mopping up.
Mopping up say Nina is sweeping.
Me say me share mo bro for na make.
Okay.
What the fufu mama confuse me.
Prof it's about the same thing. Prof okay, mommy you say they are what you mopping up.
And the minimum.
They are mopping up liquidity. Now when we say
but okay sweeping pen my confuse because mopping they make me so mop. But sweeping their prayer. Yeah.
Coming back to the situation, no, when you are doing this and you are not careful, productivity call low. Nyama nkrofo to me aye wo krom. Omo to me yebiom. And that is why you get a lot of people complaining say, omo goods are ewo me warehouses are nkrofo nto. Because there's no liquidity there for them to be able to do it, to purchase. apart from ebia obeka say 1 or 2 key nyama abofom no, the rest of the things are skyrocketing. It is at 3% inflation we ask ourselves, say, is it a realistic figure? Because we're pumping 16 billion to mop up liquidity in the system. Inflation are dropping to 3%. And so last month, major sunlight soap, now 5 cedis. And this month, major the same sunlight soap, no, it's 7 cedis plus. Into who calculate here, ebia na me maths there, but who calculate from 5 cedis to 7 cedis it's not 3% inflation, and prof, 3% inflation. It's not. So that's a of telling us or psyching people to believe say inflation is 3%. No, are
we saying say normal inflation command the statistical service and is that what you're saying?
If like walk through Kwame, please walk through town. Check even prices from last month to this month. Now, Bisa won't say this 3% inflation is realistic. I'm telling you the truth. I gave you one example: sunlight soap, 5 cedis last month. This month, 7 cedis. Sunlight soap, bakupe, and I can give you a myriad of items. Prices no, who calculate here? It's way over 10%.
But nyamana wokano, say inflation on the basket here. Yeah. Sunlight soup in our basket room.
It's part of the things in the basket.
Meaning, maybe sir.
It's part of the things in the basket.
Ebiana nyama ya basket no more the calculation. And then ya can ebiana different. How about that?
Oh,
means a sunlight soup.
Me as an example. You see, you use a percentage of the things items in town. To look at the major. All the items in town. Into me to me fa insure we now we can say special eyes. Say see a fancy 2 cedis. Now if you special eyes in your basket no more. But if you have something in your basket, now 2 cedis, now call be 3 cedis, and now 4 cedis, and now 5 cedis. Now me you say no example you are using it to cut across various items within the industry. Okay. It's not only that one item.
It represents.
It represents the whole. It is a papa was your pose no. Sometimes no sometimes but now 5,000 people to represent over 23 million people within the country. I started my friends communication to the people by force, even though more two already were. Coming back to the issue, Kwame, we are living in a country.
Will be a blasting I say, Kwame, stop this your basket thing. It's kinky in the basket. Don't you know kinky price has gone up? See queen price.
Basket one thought they could do is our problem.
Ose
one thought they could do who here at the
good basket room.
And also one when you say enkoyi.
And also a whole different ball game altogether.
The whole this is basket issue. No problem with. In fact, you raise a lot of issues.
Okay.
The component of items are all basket.
Now coming into May, who paint them? Yeah, more time now. We call communication as yeah, more time. Yeah, more time now. We can communication as maybe me to say catch say Bank of Ghana. Oh, okay. Into coming back to it, Kwame. When you look at the banking system now, MPP, baby say when we say banks, what is their primary responsibility? To get money and to lend it out to the friends and public, yes, sir. And that is how they make their money out of it. In the Bank of Ghana, the AEB by say, listen, you have apart from your reserves, say, you have to put a percentage at Bank of Ghana. Say, when to me and fast as canon a percentage of even the money that you are holding should be lent out. And that is how you can make your income to save your shareholders near there. But bank young phone by no being so smart no almost say almost inform there here and say even the government instrument a treasury bill no almost introduce a almost fixed rate for banks, not for general public but for banks. Now, me who say as a businessman, me call lend it out. Now say me call chasing microphone near there. It's kind of medical chasing to make sure that they pay their loans near there. Yes, sir. And if I'm lending out to you at ABI young fans say 14, 15, or even 20%. Now met me a Bank of Ghana. Made the Misika, my friends, Misika me wo they are to ho. Now menya interest of about even 15%. I'll prefer to put it at Bank of Ghana and make that profit.
Okay.
Into most of the banks, almost profit no more year. No, it wasn't by lending and making income, but it was by putting their monies at Bank of Ghana. Into Sadia Minina, Nemas, our liquidity was system so a short year. Because Bank of Ghana was now using a lot of money to now pull money out of the system.
Okay, you see from Naminko Akoso.
Into ye cano, when we bet you bet na I young Crawford, I can so many things about MPP. In a MPP, I almost my junk economy near there. Obia or move economy from GDP of 167 billion to 1.17 trillion. We say we or junk economy. Obia or buy no with all the global challenges near there. Inflation or they call 54%, on one put the bar up to 23%. Gradually, in a systematic manner, HL will say everything before we handed over was on the right path.
But junk economy now, can the same people now about junk economy from the junk status now? Was it last week or so? Am I my credit rating across Rubio to be?
But they saw the trajectory. That is why when IMF was writing their reports, they were saying that Ghana is on the right track. When we are handing over the report of IMF, unless I'm lying here.
You are lying.
Prof. Who can report maybe?
Oh, okay. Yes, it's lying on that.
I see.
Yes. The reporter for the last year 2024. Kwame, when you go and read it now, it tells you that we're on the right path to global freedom.
You were on the right path when you gave us a haircut because they told you to do that. We'll come there.
Please. If you don't know,
we'll come there.
Please, if you
come there.
Akugan, we're in here for political communication.
Yes,
Akugan, if you keep on
talking. Question way to mama. Akugan, pese odo bisa pekani the story so. Now me kasa about the economic indicators and how it looks, right? Now me pese me bisa. I'm saying me fear. Not me church or I fear na saying because Aaron so at the aba and the mamika had written it down. Economic indicators now ye won't see them. One, sustainable. Two, I didn't bit me manage now. Inti pacho de facto ho mame. Pacho si form na minko akoso inti.
Thank you very much. Inti Kwame.
Yes.
Yeah, can we all want to see this economy in a good state.
Okay.
But you don't do it on lies. You don't do it on propaganda. You don't do it on basic information. Obia bet me akan wo bebia. Wo beba bet na wa kekem na wa che say wo na woni ma na wo na wo che yi.
Na that's Kojo Thompson of Kojo Thompson
the economy will expose you. Because now no people are complaining. Kwame, what's that?
Kojo Thompson of Kojo Thompson road Adabaka me dan say. Oh, what's me time where sure say they marrying.
Maybe so sika wo botoma. Wo beka
Oh,
kakra wo ma betumi wo be wunum say this week there betumi.
Oh, made the metal fuel.
No dey wo ho. But the aka no dey entumi so.
Me nyandru ho.
Thank you very much. A lot of people are complaining.
Akugan, once you are taken, once you are taken from the 24-hour economy and the 133 policy on jobs, could it also help to stimulate the economy? And if yes, what are the plans? Akugan Nasi. Asante Media and our brand Akwe Abusia say Fana Sekesima Ubia. Mwa mubeja mo tama mo ye na watweda ama ye ba ye yire ye mame ye nuaba Elsie Asante Agyeman ye say ye damu nyina ase eyenom July 4th and July 5th. So the Asante Agyeman and Brown Akwe families greatly appreciate your prayers, your presence, your support and comforting words during the 1-week observance of their beloved Elsie Asante Agyeman. And we thank all of you. The funeral is the 4th and the 5th of July. Elsie Asante Agyeman, a producer, Kwadwo Asante Nyahukafo. Inti Reverend Kwadwo Asante, and we're bushing in us. See, I'm wearing our Twitter area, the immediate say bit media to Jam. Yama shedding. Yama Yako, when we're bushing a phone. Inti make I say last week, I kwesi prat, hey, boy, Fumika Krase. No only mean time into me fan tuja, but kwesi if you do better say na ebusuan person mo yen hihye answer. Memne de chairman ekodi na otwe da no. Nti say na year no July 4th and July 5, July 4 and July 5. Eche yedini na ebebrem. Ako, mean you for the next 7-8 minutes, Nefi. Yeah, sorry, sir. Ah, ne papa. That's all no week, no. That's all no ni trinkwa. Saturday. As any trinkwa. Ah, 93.
93 day why?
93 day, Charlie. Oh, you are crossover.
Because you were shaking together.
Teacher man for some of me, I may brass me for told me my own bushia for you now shedding. Shedding, but 93 dear, Yaman, ya dana say. Say, oh man, at least when you be fine. If you're in Yanko Beko 100, and so Yanko Pond in your but your mamma now shedding. I'll come back to you, yeah.
Also, sometimes here, and I meet here, many MPP for or more casa about economy and how to manage economy.
Akomani took a crabby.
Nisi mi tuya mi niyanum MPP for ya mi say ah. Enyo omo na enrei omo aben mu a omo ka say omo ntumi entry ayeka. Eno nti no aban foforo bi ma no metua ka ena aban papa bi aba otua ka. San krofo we ya na omo finance minister edwane efri Ghana. Osi sune Ghana de obeba Ghana de anko na prison ngu no. Sankrofo we and omo chere management of an economy no. Omo na illegally omo print sika ebegu eyefi economy mu ama inflation ete cost because more money was chasing fewer goods. Yetumi ekonya inflation of over 54% no. Omo wan na namuti radio so a omo chere economics ana. In fact, Bra Kwame,
yes,
on this issue of Bank of Ghana. Ye misa ye ho say enfomso eben na Bank of Ghana aye Prof Kasakra na nka me pese meti bibi sakra on ka se mu mante.
Oh, your kind say
no Brakwa
enfomso man say enfomso man say there could have been a cheaper way of achieving it. Also, but
according to Onu Prof.
Ah, okay.
According to Onu Prof, there could have been a cheaper way.
But we need
I'll not fault. No, I'll not fault him on that. What you say? But you see, Yemisa who say Bank of Ghana. Almost said ye ben pana emra ediamo muse omonye. Near Eko Suninano. It is just to drown the achievement of this 17 months. Nothing more, nothing less. But you see, when you have great economic managers, no amount of propaganda, wishful thinking, able to me assess a narrative. No? In the first place, the number one thing, a Bank of Ghana. Nejuma SSA oye na se na sede SSA oye no price stability. Have we gotten price stability or not? We have it. 2, monetary policy implementations. Have the Bank of Ghana been able to do it or not? The next thing is managing our forex. And yet we are managing your forex to the extent say we are not even calculating inflation by deflation, because from a Kufuor Abreso, me financial saying free hop.
President Kufuor,
deregulation. President Kufuor after deregulation, I say 1:1. Never be free power. I say 1:4. John Mahama says to free so, and by me I call 1:70.
I know you're deregulation.
No, maybe. I know your friend is saying, and yes, deregulation. Maybe. Wait. Deregulation is what Kufuor did.
Prof, your friend is saying, cancelling the 4 zeros.
Oh, that was is it the
redenomination. But anyway, President Kofusi, deregulation was the energy sector.
Energy sector, yeah. Thank you. And they call from 4 cities to 17 cedis. No be any so Ghana dey say forward ever, backwards never. Inti anka John Mahama be Kabadesa menam 20. Ni who said the same your friend is saying try the disuna yenam. Ene your forex ba form. E bin see that akwade bia ye wo no below 20 years so hunu bi da gi aban we na waye. So you cannot drown some of these things. And a financial sector management. These are about the 4 main things. SSA, Bank of Ghana, NNE, Bank of Ghana, Ediamayen. What crimes or what friends a crime has the Bank of Ghana committed? Again, Obi no born in them. I say better soup, na money they cook ham. Better economy, it be prudent management they cook ham. So you can't achieve this without investing some money into the economy. And I said the open market operations are open market. You must invest some money into it to be able to achieve this. Before you are able to improve upon your friend say your inflation rate. Na purchase sikana egu omemua. Nothing is supporting as a production is not supporting it. You must be able to mop it out of the economy. How do you mop up economy without investing money? Bra Kwame.
Inte kana ya bon is justified, right?
Enya ekana ya bobra.
Nering.
Sika ya investing in the economy for stability. For your friend is saying to improve inflation rate. How do you call this eka?
Inte enye kabo.
Enye kabo.
Inte den.
Bra Kwame. Usika ewo bank 20 billion. Uchi alacha de bia wonam your friend is a mechanic shop ena de. Na 20 billion mu. Where you 5 billion. Ebi akwakoto a brand new car.
Is it that simple? Analogy now, is it that simple?
I must simplify it for better understanding.
But yes, I need you, Hannah.
Not saying it here, Bra Kwame.
Meaning
exactly, Bra Kwame. If we inflation skyrocketed, it will make quite to 54%. And you see, I didn't make us say better food, better soup, it be money to cook. I'm say, Bra Kwame. Business in Ghana today, businessmen in Ghana today can better plan than yesterday. Because if inflation rate is at 54%, no akwakofa nyama wa China ba say over beton.
Make it even worse.
Wo ba no na che say sikana kasa no emu aye hata to say there your friend is saying Nana Adodan Kwakufa e kan no. How does the your friend is saying the businessman plan? Ene dollar ope dollar ji uko eko uko ye one for your friend is saying open market for ne from saying
Forex Bureau
and your Forex Bureau black market and son na wakoko negotiate beyond the Bank of Ghana rate, beyond the Forex Bureau rate, and son away to me enya dollar. And then we have had stability. Businessmen can walk to banks, get their forex, go out there, and this better economy, better soup. How did it happen? Prudent investment into the economy brought this stability for the first time. And Crawford on social media and marketing on goods and prices.
They've been doing it before.
Why?
Social media marketing of prices.
Massa under
social
NPP,
media.
under NPP, mu inflation grew 54%. Who drew Makwalasa auto rice? Near catch rice way 800 cedis. Cobra China said me about to send 900 cedis.
So they were not marketing it on social media.
Today, and Crawford, they were not marketing any price there. Tell me one shop that marketed. Show me one on social media.
Bro.
Show me one on social media.
Bro.
This is a total lie.
Show me one on social media, but now.
Let break. Bro.
Marakumas.
If you are you, let me know him.
Kwame.
Yes.
People are marketing say me mono and they are just under John Dramani Mahama about 450 oil so and then 700. People are openly doing it. It just didn't happen. It was investment into the economy. Internet obi di sika ashem 15.7 billion $1 million ashe economy mu se na be ya business ene ko haya omom ton cars ewa ha ye opposite here piece of opposite here prices o ma reduce nyina no ene ewo omo ye friend saying so social first one car ye marketing is either ya tete so cars car prices ya tete so. That is prudent management that businessmen are enjoying. I'm not surprised I will be so be say nibotum to saying bisa businessmen today say ne omo businesses et saying ohia dollar e dia kokwan so obenya. Prof EKBB about IMF intervention and all that. You see, Prof, the truth NSA IMF omo buy omo initial report I say every audit firm our findings are no. The better said this is our finding. It doesn't make it the situation. Yes, that is why the process of audit gives you a chance or an opportunity to respond. They saw our books. They saw say no black African could be able to do this in your friend is saying 1 year. No black African country can do it in 1 year. And when who say daddy, I had to say yeah, Moody Sika dollar era economy like you are intervening. And the response of the Bank of Ghana, sweet. We are not doing any intervention.
Which was a lie.
Which lie?
One first can go $1 in good system.
Yay. We are not doing intervention. We are doing intermediation. It is not the same. Tell me.
I go.
It is not the same.
Two quick questions.
We intervention and intermediation.
Now, they are to us.
So, intervention. We reserve, we deplete.
By intermediation, I read them.
You don't even need to even touch your reserve.
Don't say a person of finance.
Exactly. You don't even need to touch your reserve. That is why, as we speak to you, remember?
Reserve go.
As we speak,
man touch it.
Yeah, we have not touched any of our reserves.
I go. My last question. My last.
That is another thing that you don't understand. That will be
only nature maybe. May the question we can now the area. NDC left government in 2016 and left 8 tons of gold in our reserves. They came back and they have stored 18 tons. Where did they get it from to cushion the dollar? Kwame, is the
one can say what is our reserve today? One can no can.
Meba.
Okay.
Where did they get the 18 tons to cushion and stabilize the CD against the dollar? Kwame, I can tell you it's Baumia's Good for Oil initiative. And then please retreat your question. 24 economy 133. What will happen? Ako, yanko 2 minutes maybe.
Me da say, oh, well, Lord do me so now I said 2 minutes.
Master, my mouth 12 minutes. Udi try on
well, Lord do me.
No, just quick comments. Me time aso kofi message answer to.
Into practically no, where we are today no, because of the work of the gold board, we don't even need to intervene in this economy.
Okay.
What you need is forex. We have enough gold. We are buying gold. We are selling it, we are giving it to the banks.
Okay.
Not on our reserves. You see, when Obika said, your ton, your reserve gold, and all those are, the truth is, as an economy, you decide whether to keep your golds or to keep the dollar higher. It is the same thing. Your portfolio, and I'm trying to say diversification of your portfolio. I can decide, say, I'm keeping gold. And now, so when the gold price is better, I can sell the gold and then keep the dollar. But when you sell it, now so would you go economy more and not a intervention. But we are just our portfolio here one and you see a balance no. Dollar here, go there, let there be a balance. And that is all. Because anka intervention here yeah, by this time you go air conform no, anka dollar so air conform. But no be sa prof. Say your gold situation, say your dollar situation to say say we are still above board. And in fact, if today we want dollar to be at 8 cities, tomorrow you will hear it.
Right.
If we want dollar to be at 8 today, you will hear it. It is our successes of the World Bank, the finance minister. No, you see, you don't do things, man. Mona muko jina abonje ka say, do you know? Ene bra Kwame, me ka say yeah you studio ha, economic management team yemubo a year. Me nya sure say betumi abo more than 5.
Right.
I'm telling you because we work in silence. Mona muko jina baby kwaye damba for. Baomia, Alan Cash, better team. These were some of the names you were touting, not your achievements. But the economy can speak for itself. No names, but it is still working. And the good news, whatever you are doing to drown the achievement, it is not working because it is not reflecting at the marketplace, and that's the success of
okay.
John Dramani
Maybe next time
Bank of Ghana. And you see, sometimes when you are doing
24-hour economy,
we are drawing the Bank of Ghana into our politics. What you say?
Next week, you better 24-hour economy 133.
What you say?
Next week, you better 24-hour economy 133.
Yeah, that's the stimulating factor for employment.
And Prof, Prof. Dr. Aaron Edu said, our Fiscal Development Directorate, our UPSA. So Dr. Aaron Edu says, thank you, Prof, for enlightening us on finance this morning. Prof, beside a question back could be, say, economic indicators, how sustainable, what can be done?
Yeah,
Patrick, wait just 1 minute.
Yeah, wait them say, economic indicators, they are not sustainable by themselves.
Okay.
Indicators should be sustainable. There are things behind a driver.
Yeah. Okay.
Those indicators, too far exchange rate, interest rates, all these indicators by themselves they cannot be sustainable.
Okay.
Even the best momo are sustainable.
Okay.
Now how do we manage those ones between sustainable? Any question we say visa. Your two areas. You can have a temporal one and a structural one. A temporal one for economy because the first one called print gum and called borosika and now say was stimulating commodity boom kakra. The structural ones are the ones you have a problem as a country. Structurally, we have a problem. Share you report on the buy and I say, well here, I have it here. They release on the 6th. Or say EU report a buy. Or say the gains. I mean, Kwame Infanto. The gains, the Ghana economic gains rest on fragile foundation. EU wants to say on the 6th.
Thank you.
The Ghana's economic gains rest on fragile foundation. Foundation, bay. A GDP cost. Drivers, GDP cost. Foundation, even on. Economy, I saw who say, what's the dine Cassia Abansro? I did a pager dino. Nine back. No,
Prof, you see, GDP must, yes, but GDP and your friend said it must go with our debt. So debt to GDP, is it going up or down, Prof?
1 minute.
Yes, meaning, but GDP debt to GDP is it going up or down? Because he says that the GDP is going up. Because he said GDP is going up. But to me, GDP the pay. And debt no enka ho.
Prof,
be a host.
Prof,
a good friend, but
and then I could be a fan any soon here.
No, me person.
Prof, you
answer.
Now one answer 133. No, one answer.
Next week
because we are saying tomorrow answer me
Prof, Obama is 1 minute.
Prof, to GDP
Hey, Ako. Now, if I want to change Nyonka, Prof.
Prof. Say the foundation international. Come on, you to say nine say 9 years. I was say, yes, Sefa balance for ho ache.
Yeah.
But e ba ku ye.
Come in 9 years training.
E ba ku.
What the fan say would feed there one.
Don't answer Ako. Let's go. Na menya 1 minute
be short here. Paper form.
Yeah.
Ne kita o man e kosuri service.
Service industry.
Yeah.
Agri. Yamutu.
Yeah.
Manufacturing.
Production.
Yamutu. I didn't care boy for one I heard.
This is where I decided.
More answer
24-hour economy. In fact,